the expectation, the first step hasn't changed. I don't agree with your statement that we have made the playoff because we have 41 points. And I believe it's 98 last year to get in, so we have a long ways to go. So the first goal hasn't changed, is to get in. And once you get in, there's 16 teams. And you could ask anybody in the hockey world that have a chance to move on to the next round and then the next round. So it's the parity in the NHL in today's game is very alive and healthy. Every team's every night. If you don't prepare yourself, most likely you will not win. Or it's so you look at the last week in Carolina. Carolina is a team that is not an elite team as far as point standing, but they beat us, and the next night they beat Arizona. It's a demanding league, and right now we're going to a tough stretch with injuries, which every team goes through. But to look ahead, I like to get in the playoff and to be healthy and to do some damage. So if I'm looking ahead, my goal in September from now hasn't changed. Jeff Molson, I couldn't ask for a better boss. He really let me run the hockey department, and all the decisions are my decision, and I'm responsible for the day-to-day, and that's the way I like it, and that's the way for me it needs to be. And Jeff is very comfortable with letting me do the job. And I think looking back, I think today the fans of the Montreal Canadiens could be proud to have this team. I mean, again, we all know that Montreal is not like any other market. There's always going to be the ultimate goal. You will be judged by a Stanley Cup. I get that, but at the end of the day, the Stanley Cup is our goal. But it's a really hard thing to achieve, and that will never stop being our goals. But in the meantime, they have enjoyed the ride, and I think that's. Today, I believe that our fans are proud to say, put the jersey and come to the game. I'm proud to be a Montreal Canadiens fan, and that goes a long way. In my job, what I do, if you were to tell me a month ago that would have 4 rookies or 5 rookies in the lineup, I would have said, wow, what happened? So I can't plan too far ahead. You go, and what you did, Dave, it's a small sample, but it's exactly the way I operate. I look at small section of our season and I move forward. Right now, we have Christian Thomas, Sven Andrighetto, Daniel Carr in the lineup. And when Mike Condon's in, that's 4 rookies, and we just brought out Charles Hudon. So there's 5 guys who are rookies. And you would have told me that at training, 3 games into the season, I'd say, well, okay, that's possible, but what happened? So you have to be ready for the things, the unexpected. But the fact that these guys are here, and so far they've done well, shows that our organization has more depth. And to be a good team, you need depth. I mean, if you lose a guy, like example, Carey Price, there's no way you could replace a Carey Price. There's no way. I mean, there's not many Carey Price out there, and you need to do it within. And I think the way Mike Condon has done so far shows that. Hey, if you were told me Carey Price missed 60% of our game and we still have this record, I would have said, wow. So. Yes, I'm really proud of the way our guys have stepped up. But again, it's I have to evaluate on the I might evaluate today's game and it'll be tomorrow's game, and things could change. The hockey side of it, it's very demanding. But the way I look at it is where our team was when I first got here, and where is it today. I think along the way we took some step forward, and overall I think the staff that I brought in. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of what Michel and his coaching staff has done. I'm proud of what the guys like Rick Dudley, Scott Mellenby, Trevor Timmins. I didn't know Trevor, but what he brought here, and we're talking about depth. Well, I don't go out and scout amateur hockey. Trevor does with his staff, and they've done a tremendous job. So to be able to stay within the pack of the good team in the league year after, and again, it's only been 4 years, so, I'm not Kenny Holland, it's been 22 years in a row, and I have long way. I have the French expression that says you have crumbs to eat before you get there. So I'm not Kenny Holland, and I can only hope one day I'm somewhere near Kenny Holland. But to be good for a long period of time, that's our goal of the Montreal Canadiens. Since I came here in 2012, you drive around, you walk around the Bell Center, you see those towers going left and right. I know there's more coming across the street. I grew up in Pointe Saint Charles. It's not the same neighborhood it was when I left. Around the canal, Griffintown, I think this area of the city is growing, and I like to believe the Canadians have something to do with that. And it's fun to be, to be in the city, especially when there's a hockey game on Saturday. It's not the same feeling it's when there's not a hockey game. So the city lives for the Canadian, and like I said, to our fans, to be proud that, you know what, we are behind our team, and our team is doing well, and we're hoping that one day we'll have a parade down St. Catherine. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. I thought last year we had a successful year. I think we did. We did very well. We went 2 rounds. We lost against a team that went to the Stanley Cup final. We beat the hottest team going in. Of course, we're disappointed, but overall, we had a good. Our fans could be saying, you know what, we had a good year. And I hope next year, again, with the ultimate goal, but that our fans enjoy a really nice 82-game schedule and a nice playoff run. And that's what I hope. We could sit back and, again, I like to say I have the cup sitting here, but I don't think it's not one team and 29 failures at the end of June. I don't want to look at it that way. I mean, I think there's a lot of teams who do some good things without winning the Stanley Cup.